What do Murders at Karlov Manor, the Pro Tour, and Fallout Commander Deck previews all have in common? Apparently they make cards spike. This video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Right now you can pre-order Outlaws of Thunder Junction and Magic the Gathering Universe Beyond Fallout products at their website. Plus they have a whole lot of other great items to check out. Remember, shipping is free in the US if your order's over $100 or consists only of singles. Plus, you no longer need any promo code at the website. The savings is built right into the prices now. Same great prices, same great products, and same great service without the extra step. Find their link in the description below. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to another edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. It is that time of the week again to count down the 10 hottest cards of the week, based on percentage increases in the value and increases in the number of sales over the course of the week. Quickly before we get into today's details though, just a couple things. I do want to say thank you to one of the viewers who gave a very generous super thanks tip last week for Tuesday's video, and that is Joseph Capitani. Joseph, thank you for all the support you've been showing the channel. Can't thank you enough, really. It does help a ton, and I truly appreciate that. Thank you, Joseph, and I also do want to say thank you to one of our silver patrons real quickly. Joseph, not the same Joseph, but Joseph, thank you for your support, for being a patron for quite a while now. Truly appreciate that. And again, I couldn't do this without viewers like yourself. Thank you. And one other thing quickly, remember, if you go to flipsidegaming.com, you can find tons of products there, MTG and otherwise. But right now you can pre-order Outlaws of Thunder Junction, and you can also pre-order those Fallout decks that I mentioned during the opening of the video. Plus they have a whole lot of other things on their website. Remember, if your order's over $100 or consists only of singles, shipping will be free in the United States. Also, you no longer have to use a promo code when you go to the website. No more Heroes promo code. Now the savings is built right into the prices that you see on the screen when you go there. So you get the same great prices, same great products, same great service, but without that extra step. And without any further ado, let's get into our top 10. Number 10 is Gleeful Demolition. This goes up $1.36 this week to $2.99. That's an 83% increase. This uncommon has been seeing play in multiple formats, including Standard, Pioneer, Modern, and Commander. You do see 4 of these in Boros Convoke decks in Standard, Pioneer, as well as Modern, but it has really been Standard and Pioneer versions of those decks that have been pushing the price of this card recently. However, it can also appear in another fairly popular Pioneer deck, is it Install Artifact. These Boros Convoke decks, though, have several ways to get an artifact in play on turn 1, like Novice Inspector, Voldaren Epicure, or a cheap artifact creature. Then on turn 2, they can sacrifice an artifact, get the 3 Goblin tokens with Gleeful Demolition, which then leads to a Head of Curve Convoke creatures. Number 9 is Sword of Hours. This goes up $2.17 this week to $4.41. That's a 97% increase. So this is from the Adventures in the Forgotten Realms Draconic Rage Commander deck, and it has appeared in a number of Commander builds. The most popular being Slicer Hired Muscle, which is one of those Brothers War Transformers cards. But now Sword of Hours is heating up because players want this in Commander builds around one of the cards from the Fallout Commander deck, Hail Caesar. Let's take a look. The card is Mr. House President and CEO. A build based around this with cards that care about die rolls could be fun. In fact, keep an eye out for other cards that could fit in a build around Mr. House. I have a feeling Sword of Hours is not the only card that will jump because of this. That takes us to number 8, Weathered Sentinels, up $3.51 to $10.08. That's a 53% increase, and this is from the Streets of New Capenna Commander deck, Riveteer Rampage. Traditionally, this card has seen some Commander play. Usually when it appeared, it was in Arcades the Strategist builds, but now Murders at Karlov Manor has brought us some synergy for the classic creatures with Defender can attack and deal damage based on toughness strategy. In fact, there's a new card some players are building around and adding Weathered Sentinels. The card is on the screen now, the Pride of Hull Clade. Number 7 is Gonti's Aetherheart. This goes up $3.82 to $8.80. That's a 77% increase. So this has seen a little Commander play. Usually when it shows up, it's in a Mishra Eminent One build, but it's 2024. Why do we care about energy? Well, it's because there is an energy theme to one of the upcoming Fallout Commander decks called Science, with an exclamation point. Players are going out and grabbing this to upgrade the new deck when it comes out, and others want it for fresh builds around some cards from that deck. Let's take a look. Dr. Madison Lee, that's the front-facing commander, and to a lesser degree, Liberty Prime Recharged, and Rex Cyberhound. Also too, there is a card in the deck that combos with Gonte's Ether Hearts and Decoction module. The card is Automated Assembly Line. As long as you have 3 energy, you can produce as many tap 3/3s as you want with the combo, and if you have enough energy to take the extra turn with Gonte's Ether Heart, then you can even untap and attack. Number 6 is Aetherworks Marvel at $4.85 to $9.99. That's a 94% increase. Well, this too has seen a little commander play, sometimes in a Trax Separator's Voice builds, for example, but now, you guessed it, it's another card many commander players want in order to upgrade the Fallout deck Science, or again, to add to fresh builds around the cards that we saw earlier, Dr. Madison Lee, Liberty Prime Recharge, and Rex Cyberhound. Number 5 is Cemetery Prowler. The Innistrad Crimson Vow copy goes up $254 to $766. That's a 50% increase. The Innistrad Double Feature copy is at $491 to $1326. That's a 59% increase. Well, this card has been played in Commander Wolf decks like Tovolar, Dire Overlord, for example, but now Murders at Karlov Manor has really pushed this. Some Commander players are putting this in builds around a couple cards from there. Voja Jaws of the Conclave, which is one of the pre-release promos, and to a much lesser degree, Tulsimer Midnight's Light. Really though, it is the Voja decks making Cemetery Prowler spike the way it is. Number 4 is Damning Verdict. It goes up $6.07 to $16.99. That's a 56% increase. This is from the Streets of New Capenna Bedecked Brokers commander deck. Here is another card that saw some commander play in a few different builds, like Shalian Hellar, for example. But this too is an example of a card that is seeing more commander play now, thanks to Murders at Karlov Manor. You guessed it, this is in builds there around Voja Jaws of the Conclave, and to a lesser degree it's in decks around Sophia Dogged Detective. That one's from the Deep Clue C commander deck. Again though, Voja is the key driver behind the spike. Number 3 is Necro Skidder. The Modern Masters 2015 copy goes up $9.47 to $21.89. That is a 76% increase. The Eventide copy goes up $17 to $29.99. That is a 131% increase. Okay, stop me if you heard this one. Again, we have a card that used to see a little commander play, typically in Hepatra, Vizier of Poisons builds, but Murders at Karlov Manor has yet again brought commander players a new card to build around, leading to this spike. It's not Voja this time, but instead the card I'm referring to is Massacre Girl Known Killer. Once you read this card, it's clear why Necroskidder is jumping. Number 2 is Sorin Imperious Bloodlord from Core Set 2020. It goes up $18.79 this week to $35.64. That's a 112% increase. Sure, this has been getting a little more commander play, showing up in a new build around a card from Murders at Karlov Manor on occasion. The card I'm referring to is Tomic Wielder of Law, but that is not the real reason that Sorin is Sorin right now. It is because of Pioneer. Specifically, the results of Pro Tour Murders at Karlov Manor. 2 words for you: Rakdos Vampires. This deck had an incredible Pro Tour weekend, and the build does run 4 copies of Sorin Imperious Bloodlord. In the end, Sam Party came in 5th place using this deck, and Seth Manfield came in 1st. Typically, a Pro Tour winning deck does spike some card prices, but this deck in particular is pushing a couple cards aggressively since it was not a big part of the meta previously, and because it is a vampire deck, and generally a lot of players do like that creature type. So why did this deck leap onto the scene? Well, you can thank our number 1 card for that. Coming in at number 1 is Vein Ripper. This goes up $22.01 to $30 for a 275% increase if you're doing the math at home. Well, this is a new card for Murders at Karlov Manor, and yep, this is what made Pioneer Rakdos Vampires good enough to win a Pro Tour. In fact, it does play very well with our number 2 card in there, Sorin Imperious Bloodlord. Now, there are a lot of packs of the new set being opened right now, so we'll have to see where this eventually lands price-wise. Alright, that's going to do it for this episode of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. And if you're down in the dumps after watching this video and you feel like, oh, these 10 cards would have been so great to pick up a week ago, wish I could afford them, well, tomorrow we got you covered. We're going to look at the top 10 cold cards. These are cards that are coming down. Maybe cards you missed out on when they were on the way up not too long ago, and maybe now you can find some deals. Also, later in the week, my intention is to do another stream, probably on Friday, Thursday or Friday, most likely Friday, I'm not 100% sure yet if I'm going to be able to do the stream, but I'm pretty sure. So I will have more information on that as it gets closer, but definitely have your notifications on for whenever we go live. Had a great stream last week. We went 7-1 with a Murders at Karlov Manor draft deck. A lot of fun. Thank you to everybody who joined us last Friday. Until next time, though, hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page, as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.